There's no cure for racing. You're not even going broke. The only cure for racing is the end of our lives, not the end of our career.
By far the best series I've ever raced in, dollar for dollar. I can race all year on a quarter what it would cost me to run anything else.
Here you can beat it out or make a new one and be back the next week. And it's really an affordable series. I really like it.
It's nice to come back, and have the car slide around and, put it back in the driver's hands. I like that.
Hi everybody, I'm Olivia Pritchett and I am here at Jennerstown Speedway. The points battle has been close for a while now, but the driver's time is up. This is it, all they have is tonight. There is no more tomorrow, there is no more next race. Welcome to the Super Cup Stock Car Series Championship race.
Two drivers in one final event to decide the 2016 championship for the Super Cup Stock Car Series, as Harvey Harrison, winner from Columbus Motor Speedway, comes in with a 46-point advantage over the winner from the season opener at Midvale Speedway, Brent Nelson. Nelson had the point lead when we came to Jennerstown in midsummer, but had disaster strike and has battled back for one final race. Jeff Zellweger from nearby Allison Park, Pennsylvania, has had a tremendous 2016 season. He is third in points, although a very distant long shot for the championship. Crowd is on his feet here at Jennerstown Speedway, cheering and waving as our Super Cup Stock Car Series competitors begin to roll off of pit road. Hello, everybody. I'm Gene Crane. Once again, covering the action for us on pit road is Olivia Pritchett. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for the Heritage Coal Farmers Union Co-op Night at the Races, presented by Grip Clean, and the second of Twin 50s here today. On the inside of row one is Brent Nelson in that 80 car, and alongside him is Zellweger in the 18. Row two sees the winner from earlier this afternoon, Bill Ashton, in the 35 car, and he is joined by the 51 of Harvey Harrison. Row number three sees Stephen Cox line up the 33 on the inside, and on the outside, Trent Gosser in the 71. Cal Kromer has car 52 inside row 4, and Ben Ebling starts the 14 on the outside. Row 5, Cody Robaugh takes over controls of the 7 car for the second race, and Tom Gosser Jr. is in the 21 car. Jason Shue starts car 3 on the inside of row number 6 and is joined by Brian Coltrider in the 07. Final row 7, Jason Holhouse in car 38 on the inside, and a backup car for Brian Harrison. Car number 15 starts shotgun on the field tonight. Working its way off the corner field out of turn 4, green's in the air, and we're underway for the final time in 2016. Brent Nelson is going to take the advantage down in turn 1. Zellweger in that second spot, Ashton in third, and deeper in the field and already starting to climb his way up. Robaugh in the 7 car, one car out of shape down the back straightaway. That's the 07. Brian Coltrider going around the Grip Clean entry, field off of turn 4, sees the caution displayed from the flag stand, and everybody lowing down as they go to turn 1. Under caution quickly here at Jennerstown Speedway, and one car very slowly down the front straightaway. Brian Harrison, the nose punched in on the 15 car, so trouble as Harrison tries to limp that car back to the pit area. Let's take another look at it from Coltrider's point of view. Coltrider down low off of turn 2, and he looks at the 21 car. Oh, he gets into the 21 car. They get together, and around goes Coltrider. Got to wonder if maybe there wasn't some help. Yes, there is Harrison going by. May have been some contact between Coltrider and Harrison as they worked out of turn 2 here on the opening lap.
The old line blowed off when we come up off the corner right there, and I couldn't see to go anywhere. So, part of it.
What made you decide to race your brother's car?
He wanted me to. Wasn't real good for him earlier, and he kind of wrecked it, and we worked on it a little bit, but the line's come off on. We're going to look and see what's wrong to maybe go back out there.
Well, they continue to look at Brian Harrison's 15 car down on pit road, field under caution. Only one lap in. Brent Nelson, Jeff Zellweger, Bill Ashton, Harvey Harrison, and Stephen Koch, your running order. Don't go away. We're coming back with more action from here at Jennerstown. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Racing Electronics and by McGonigal Engine Performance, the power to win. Quickly under caution at Jennerstown Speedway, final event of 2016 for the Super Cup Stock Car Series, the Heritage Coal Farmers Union Co-op Night at the Races. Field lines up and sets up for a restart with Brent Nelson and Jeff Zellweger on the front row. Pace car heads to pit road. Off the corner they come, and green is in the air. We're racing once again here at Jennerstown. And again, Brent Nelson's going to get a nose out front, but Zellweger, he likes the outside lane. He's got a lot of experience here at Jennerstown. He challenges on the outside, but it is Nelson who takes over the lead. Zellweger to second. Harvey Harrison in the 51. He goes around the outside of Bill Ashton. Ashton back to fourth. And Trent Gosser in that fifth position in the 71. He's trying to get by the Ashton 35 car as well over in turns 1 and 2. Quite a knot back there just behind Gosser. Here's Cody Robaugh as we ride along with the 7 car. He looks to the inside of his teammate Stephen Cox in the 33 car. Trent Gosser in that 71 car directly ahead. Off the corner, Cody Robaugh using the inside lane, trying to march his way up. Started 9th here this evening. Robaugh challenging for 5th. Gosser to the outside. Robaugh is going to take over 5th when they get to turn 3. So Cody Robaugh has marched his way to 5th and challenging Bill Ashton, who put together a tremendous run early this afternoon to take his first ever win in the Super Cup Series and move him into 4th position in points. Cody Robaugh trying to march his way up. He closes in on Harvey Harrison. Harrison with the point advantage coming in. All he needs to do is keep Britt Nelson in sight, and he will be the champion. Robaugh took a look to the inside of Harrison, that time down in turn 1. Harrison slammed the door shut. Now Harrison looks to the inside of Zellweger out of turn 2. Deeper in the field, here's a battle between Trent Gosser, Ben Ebling, and Stephen Cox. Ebling, first ever start in the Super Cup Series, went to victory lane at Lonesome Pine. He's struggling here this evening, trying to get the 14 car closer to the front. Here comes the 7 of Robaugh. Robaugh looks to the inside of Harvey Harrison. Battle for 3rd out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Robaugh will take over 3rd. Harrison back to 4th. Riding along with Harvey Harrison, current point leader. He keeps Brent Nelson inside. Nelson all but needs to win this event here this evening to take the championship, or at least have a fighting chance at it. Harvey Harrison will have to have some difficulties for Nelson to have a legitimate shot at it. Nelson doing all he can. He's out front, showing the way, trying to lead as many laps as he can and possibly win this race. But here comes Cody Robaugh. Robaugh has gotten by Zellweger down in turn 1. Zellweger battles back on the outside as they work out at turn 2. Zellweger with a strong race car here this evening hangs on to that 2nd spot, but Robaugh is going to look to the inside of Nelson, and Zellweger look to the outside. Brett Nelson continuing to show the way here at Jennerstown. They're 3 wide down in turn 1. Robaugh downstairs, he'll take the lower line, and he's going to take over the race lead out of turn 2. New leader Cody Robaugh in the 7 car comes all the way to the lead from the 9th position. Shortly after the restart, Brian Coltrider, driver out of Reading, Pennsylvania, in the 07 car, involved in that very first caution on the opening lap, brought the 07 to pit road and appears to be out of tonight's event.
We came out of 1, I was going underneath, and this 21 just drove right down on me and pinched me up and spun me out. Something broke in the car, I don't know what it was.
So Coltrider out of the event. Tough break here as the closing event of 2016 for Brian Coltrider. As we head to break, Cody Robaugh, your new leader, with Brent Nelson, Jeff Zellweger, Harvey Harrison, and Bill Ashton, your top 5. Don't go away. We're coming back with more. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Performance Fiberglass Products and by Impact Racing at ImpactRaceProducts.com. Jennerstown Speedway, final event of 2016 for the Super Cup Stock Car Series, and Cody Robaugh marched his way from the 9th starting position on the grid to the race lead. We're riding along with his teammate Stephen Cox as Stephen Cox tries to get by the 14 of Ben Ebling. Ebling, a newcomer to the Super Cup Series, made his first start at Lonesome Pine Raceway and promptly went to victory lane, a very popular win for the Hickory, North Carolina driver. Ebling, so impressive, they brought him to Jennerstown to see what he could do, but what a night it was at Lonesome Pine.
First race with the series, first time at Lonesome Pine, first time in the car. It was just a lot of firsts and good Lord was smiling on us, that's for sure. I think we ran more laps side by side than we did single file. It seemed like to me anyway. So just a lot of fun to come up here and do that, and very special, very lucky to be able to do that on the first time. Obviously, that's not something that happens normally.
It may not have been normal, but it certainly was impressive there at Lonesome Pine. John Curley, along with Mike Potter, made an excellent choice in putting that Hickory, North Carolina driver behind the wheel and brought him back here to Jennerstown as well. Another driver looking for a win is Stephen Cox. He's had a fast race car and set a few track records throughout the season.
Well, at Lonesome Pine, we put ourselves in a position to win, a car length behind the leaders, and we cut down a right rear tire. You can't do anything about that. Here today, we're here to win. I feel like we should have won ONA in 2012. I feel like we rightfully won Midvale this year. We need to win a race. We keep getting the best car out there. We keep going faster than other people, and we keep not getting the trophy. So I got to put an end to that.
Stephen doing all he can here this evening, trying to march his way into the top 5. Looks to the inside of car 71, Trent Gosser. They're going to battle side by side down the front straightaway. Stephen's right. He's had some very strong race cars, but just has not had the luck he needs to go to victory lane during the 2016 Super Cup stock car season. His teammate, Cody Robaugh, on the other hand, has marched his way to the race lead and is all but hidden away from the rest of the field. Brent Nelson in that second spot, quite a distance back, almost the length of a straightaway back from Cody Robaugh. He's got a very, very strong race car here this evening. Stephen Cox does get around the 71 of Gosser and sets his sights on that second place battle. Second, third, fourth, and fifth directly ahead. So Cox up to sixth, and everybody chasing Cody Robaugh. Robaugh has got quite a few wins here at Jennerstown Speedway, the most recent coming back during the summer. Here is Cody out of turn 4. He'll go around Tom Gosser's 21 machine. Gosser stays down to the inside. Cody Robaugh hadn't planned on racing here this weekend. Set the car up for his grandfather to drive in race number 1, which he did. But Robaugh climbed behind the wheel and shows the way here in race number 2. Robaugh, cross start finish.
Well, I wanted Pap to drive this weekend, this being the last race, so we got a car for him Wednesday, and him and Steven's driving this weekend. I really like working with Pap and Steven, and it's a lot of fun when they're both racing at the same time.
What do you think of this track? Do you like that we're ending the year here?
Yeah, we've had good luck here. I think we got 2 good race cars tonight, so yeah, I do.
Robaugh showing the way in that 7 car that, gosh, if memory serves me correctly, used to have a 66 on the side of it back in another series. I think Benny Gordon used to drive this race car. Cody Robaugh, we ride along, works his way out of turn 4 and down the front straightaway, all by his lonesome. Let's look all the way back. It's nearly a half lap advantage. There's Nelson across the line with Zellweger all over the rear bumper of Nelson's machine. Zellweger putting together a good run here tonight. Here's your top 5, Robaugh, Nelson, and Zellweger. Then it's Harvey Harrison and Bill Ashton rounding out your top 5. We're coming right back with more. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Racing Electronics and by Bochette Timepieces, high-grade, quality-made timepieces. Super Cup Stock Car action here at Jennerstown Speedway. Final event of 2016, the Heritage Coal Farmers Union Co-op Night at the races, presented by Grip Clean, where Cody Robaugh is over a half-lap advantage over this second-place battle. Brent Nelson and Jeff Zellweger still going at it for that second position. Several drivers have been missing in action, but not missing at the racetrack, and Lou Ansell is one of them.
Well, this year I got off to a very late start. Wasn't able to get my car completed in a timely fashion, so I decided to kind of step up and help Joe with the series, and I've attended every race this year and kind of assumed board of directors, advisory board, management, whatever Joe needed me to do at the race. I think Jennerstown is one of the premier asphalt racing facilities in the area, in the country, as a matter of fact. You couldn't work with better people, and you couldn't finish up your race at a series for the year at a better place.
Lou and several other racers jumping in there to help out with the Super Cup Stock Car Series. And let's also give mention to Kevin Cromer, who is here this weekend. Wasn't going to complete the season because of treatment for cancer. He raced earlier today, but not in the event here in race number 2. Right now, it is a battle for the points, and Harvey Harrison and Brett Nelson battling it out for that advantage. What they changed during the break?
My car wasn't very good that first race, but I held on. We loosened it up, but I'm sure everybody else has tuned on theirs a little bit too. We couldn't make the changes that I wanted to because I'd like to jacked it up and changed all 4 springs and all 4 shocks. But there's not enough time for that.
You know, we made some changes to it from the first race to this one. And, you know, I hope I made the right adjustments. You know, we think the track's going to tighten up. You know, we were loose in the daylight and the sunlight, and so we loosened the car up a little bit, and we're going to see what happens.
Brett Nelson is doing everything he can to make a run at the championship. Zellweger taking a look to the inside as they worked out at turn 2. Harvey Harrison keeps Nelson in his windshield, keeps a sight on him, and as doing that, hangs on to the point lead. Bill Ashton in that 5th position is close to the back of the Harrison car, and coming up is the 33 of Stephen Cox. So we could have a battle for 5th here momentarily as we work out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, on pit road, car 3, Jason Shue, rookie contender here in 2016. Looks like they've got a problem with the right rear tire on that race car. Shue, his introductory season here in Super Cup competition, has had a pretty good run, quiet run throughout the season, and no major incidents.
How did practice go?
It went pretty good. Down to 22.5, I think, from practice. So I'm getting another half a second or so since last time I was here.
So this is your rookie year coming to an end. Tell us how it's gone.
It's not been too bad a year. I learned the ups and downs.
Like what?
Spun out here in practice, trying to drive it in too hard.
Tell me about one of your better nights.
Probably Columbus when I finished 7th.
What kind of night would make you happy?
Top 10 finish.
Well, Jason Shue loses several laps there on pit road, but rejoins the field. Meanwhile, Cody Robaugh is over in another zip code. Car number 7 showing the way and just decimating this field. Robaugh is run away ahead and about to find the field once again as he is starting to lap people, closing in on the 14 of Ben Ebling. Remember, Ebling went to victory lane at Lonesome Pine Raceway in a stellar performance, but Cody Robaugh closing in to put Ebling a lap down here in maybe a lap or 2. They're going to work by Jason Shue. He works off at turn 4 and stays down to the bottom. Riding along with Cody Robaugh and the 7 car, the Grant County Mulch Company number 7. Robaugh looks to the inside of Ebling as they work out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. As we head to break, here's a look at your top 5. Robaugh with Nelson, Zellweger, Harrison, and Ashton, your top 5. We're coming back for a finish here at Jennerstown right after this. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Performance Fiberglass Products and by McGonigal Engine Performance, the power to win. Closing laps here at Jennerstown Speedway, and Cody Robaugh points to number 7, back to start, finish, and the white flag. Final time around for the driver of car 7. Actually, Robaugh wasn't scheduled to drive this car this weekend. His grandfather, Larry Berg, drove the car in race number 1. Cody got tapped to climb behind the wheel for race number 2 and headed to victory lane here at Jennerstown Speedway. Once again, checkers in the air. Robaugh will win it. Brett Nelson trying to hold off the challenge from Jeff Zellweger. The battle for second coming to the line. Here they are through turn 4. Nelson's got the second position. Zellweger cannot challenge. Harvey Harrison smokes the tires across start-finish to finish 4th and claim the championship. And Bill Ashton rounds out the top 5. So Cody Robaugh will light up the tires, those American Racer tires, here on the front straightaway of Jennerstown Speedway, the only repeat winner during 2016. Robaugh in victory lane, but Harvey Harrison picks up the championship. There'll be a lot of celebration here tonight as Cody Robaugh has unfastened the harnesses in the number 7 and climbing out, where Olivia Pritchett is with our winner.
Nice job, Cody. We didn't even know you were going to drive tonight. You told us this wasn't planned. What happened?
It wasn't planned, but I guess the first race, I had the car so terrible it wore Pap out, so I told him I'd give him a break and let him drive, or let me drive.
Well, that worked out. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good. The car was decent that run. I really wish it was better for Pap. I wish he was in it this time. I really hate that. The car was rotating pretty well in the bottom, so just let it rotate and get back to the gas.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Cody Robaugh, his second win of 2016. Brett Nelson comes home second, as well as second in the point standings. He's with Olivia.
All right, another awesome finish. How do you feel about closing your year out this way?
I mean, we had a good season. All in all, to finish second to Harvey, I'm okay with that. We've had battles. We started out the year side by side. And, I'm sure if he'd have got up beside me today, we'd have had another battle side by side. But all in all, we've had a great year. We're going to go back and regroup and rebuild and do everything. And, man, every year we move up, and I'm looking for that #1 spot.
Well, Harvey Harrison comes home with the championship and receives the trophy from Joe Schmaling. Harrison, your champion for 2016.
Harvey, congratulations. You have shown nothing but consistent patience and good driving all year, and it's paid off. How did you do it?
Well, patience is one thing for sure. But I thank the good Lord for a good race, and a lot of the drivers, it's safe and everything. Good race for them tonight. And this John 316 car was really fast. I want to thank my family. Shucks, there's so many people to thank I can't even think of them all.
What's going through your mind? How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel real good, but I'm kind of at a loss for words. But it's been a tough season, and we kept trying and kept digging, and finally it paid off, and this is what we ended up with. So I want to thank Super Cup and thank everybody here, and it was a good night.
All right, well, congratulations.
Harvey Harrison may be at a loss for words, but certainly not smiles as he lifts the championship trophy in victory lane. Your 2016 Super Cup champion, Harvey Harrison. At the finish, it was Robaugh, Nelson, Zellweger, Harrison, and Ashton, the top 5. In the point standings behind Harrison, it was Nelson. Zellweger will finish 3rd, Bill Ashton 4th, Trent Gosser in that 5th spot, as well as Rookie of the Year. It's been our pleasure to bring you Super Cup stock car action throughout 2016. And for Olivia Pritchett and the entire Sopwith Motorsports crew, I'm Gene Crane. We look forward to bringing you more action during the 2017 racing season.